here we are. So, level 18, ready to get your second class change. You got two choices. You got the light path with the knight, and you got the dark path with the gladiator. We definitely want to go with the gladiator, just because. So let's see what we get. First thing to point out is that Duran's dark path does not get access to shields, so these will be grayed out for you. It's only the light path that gets access to the shields. Truth be told, shields aren't actually that useful, aside from the ones with special effects on them, such as this wonderful shield here. Also, you're not going to have the defense from the shields themselves, but oddly enough, Duran's pieces of armor on the dark path actually have a higher defensive value than they do on the light path, most likely to offset the fact that it gets shields, and I don't know. So alright, let's move on to the goodies. So new class, new goodies. The class passive here is Indomitable. This is actually incredibly useful. This is a soft attack buff. It's going to trigger every time you get into a fight for the first 10 seconds. It's about as good as it sounds. Gives you more than enough time to obliterate random encounters, and this synergizes quite well with this puppy here, Spin Slash. Spin Slash is the best tier 2 class strike in the game. It is a cut, copy, paste with Kevin's light path, the spin kick. What makes it so good for Duran is the spin kick is on Kevin's light path, which is generally, I mean, Divine Fist can be pretty crazy endgame, but the light path is weaker than Kevin's dark path, for sure. Whereas on Duran, the dark path is where he gets all his damage, and he lucks out by getting Spin Slash on his damage dealing DPS carry path. So this is really good. The Gladiator is just really good. So he definitely pulls ahead of Kevin. Tier 2. And well, that's it for now. We'll talk about more of that later. Same deal. You're going to get 3 new abilities, passives. But before we talk about what our new ones are, let's go to Spirit here and take a look at these. So 9 through 15, we get a new set of abilities here, and we get sabers. Now what sabers are is they imbue your weapons and your class strikes with elemental damage. So these are the 4 basic elements. It's the same deal with Angela's spells, Hawk's ninja magic. So same deal. These do not work for magical attacks. So casting magic, let's say you cast a fireball and you have lightning saber on you. Angela's not going to do anything. She won't do anything. It's still going to be fire damage, and lightning saber is pointless. So then what's the deal with sabers? Why would you use sabers for Angela and Charlotte, Reese? Well, sabers affect class strikes, and class strikes are their own special type of damage. Now, class strikes scale with magic attack and physical attack, and they trigger saber damage. So this is, I mean, again, sabers are actually good with Duran, and the reason they are good with Duran is because of this ability here, attack saber. So let's read it. MP needed for saber magic increased by 4, increases damage dealt by 15%. So what this does is when you have a saber on you, you're going to get 15% increased damage from it. So even let's say you're fighting enemies and they're not weak to stone saber at all. It's just neutral damage. You're not going to see resist, weakness, or absorb. So you're going to put stone saber on yourself, and you're just going to do neutral damage to him. You're not going to see any increases. However, if you equip attack saber, you're going to get 15% damage against them. So even if you're not exploiting weaknesses, it's a good idea to drop a saber as long as you have the ability attack saber. And Dark Duran does have this. Kevin has this on a class, and Charlotte, our dear Charlotte, has these. So this is quite good. The Gladiator is just leagues better than the Knight class, and it's just in general Duran just receives a massive power spike in tier 2 going Gladiator. Alright, so to move on, attack saber, we're definitely going to want that. It's quite good. We're going to pick up Charger number 1, and this will increase the damage of our power attacks. Again, power attacks are quite good, especially on Duran, because another character that gets Charger is Reese. The thing about Reese is that her power attack is, in my opinion, garbage. It's just not fun. Whereas Duran, this feels good. Look at that. You're just jumping across the screen, slapping everyone around. Now, it is worth noting that Charger does not affect power attacks. So, what's a power attack? Well, this is a power attack. See? Real simple. This is a charge attack. You're going to see that little aura flash. Look at that. So, that's a charge attack. So, that's what Charger will work with. Also, it's worth noting that, charge attacks are quite good because you get to break armor. Up until post game, all you're going to need is one charged attack, and you're going to just bust that armor. And another thing worth noting is that charge attacks do spawn a 5% class strike crystal. So generally, when you're just doing your combos here, you're only gonna pop out one crystal, and it'll be 1%. Charges are going to give you 5, so it's going to be 6. So charge attacks are really kind of good because they break armor. You're going to build up your class strike gauge faster, and you're going to get some damage from the Charger skill. However, the quality of life is sort of bad because you're just spamming one attack, but is what it is. Alright, let's move on to stamina. Stamina is just worthless unless there's some abilities and spells that you need to get in there, such as Kevin's pressure point or Angela's spells. Stamina is just super redundant on Duran because he already has the highest defensive stats in the game. He's going to have the highest HP and the highest stamina. None of these are chain abilities. No one's going to use them. Maybe. Well, no. I mean, I'm trying to be positive here and optimistic. Maybe this could be good. 10% HP when the enemy's defeated, but I mean, it's I don't know. So hard skip. Again, we're gonna go into intelligence here. And what we see is weak point. So if you are playing elemental rock, paper, scissors, this is going to increase that damage. This is quite good. The only issue is with Duran, this will be competing for with a DPS skill on your loadout. So if you're gonna play smart and you know that you're gonna be dropping the proper sabers, this can be quite good, but I mean, it's your call. It is a good skill, obviously. Guard saber. Now, what this does is, let's say we are in a fire dungeon and the enemies are spewing fire. if you cast this, you are going to be taking reduced damage from fire. So it's an elemental defense for that element. It's basically what it is. A lot of the descriptions and explanations of abilities in this game is just really weird, but that's what it does. It just gives you increased elemental resistance to that element. So it's defensive, so you're really not going to use it ever, but hey, weak point you may use. So we're going to go ahead and pick all these up. Spirit, we already went over this. We have the 4 basic elements, and the way that they're paired is what they're weak against. So stone will be weak against wind / lightning. Ice / water is going to be weak against fire. So they're paired up like this. That's pretty much all we need for now. No healing. He doesn't get healing on the dark path. He doesn't get shields. He just gets more damage. Luck, I mean, you're probably not going to go into it just yet. You're going to have your points into spirit because you're going to want those sabers, and maybe weak point. You don't go into luck just yet. Broken lines is good, but it's still kind of low, and you're really not going to need the defense at this point in the game. But this is a good skill though, because it decreases defense and it's going to increase the amount of damage that you do. So let's just level up stamina just because. We'll mash through this. I'll show you the new moves, new combos, and then we will go down and obliterate our blue buddies. Alright, so what are we going to put on here? We're not going to do attack saber just yet. We're not going to do any of these just yet. Alright, so with your second class, you're going to get some new combos here, and you will get a 4-hit standard string combo now. 1, 2, 3, and 4. This isn't going to get any more hits on it. This is maxed out, this combo here. However, what we get is a new power attack. 1, 2. Okay, now let's try that again. 1, 2, 3, and a big slash. Good forward movement. Big damage. Each combo attack, or not, each power attack is going to do more damage than the previous power attack. So this won't do as much damage as this puppy here. Alright, so let's see. She doesn't need any of these. So let's put on the OP skill. And that should be it. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'm going to walk real slow, and I'm going to pop a class strike, and well, let's just show you the class strike first. Okay, there we are, just like that. Alright, so amazing AoE, tons of hits, tons of opportunities for crits. It's rather cheap. I mean, from an end game, post game perspective, it's only 200 bars. I mean, not two. It's only 2 bars, 200 points. So, yeah, thank you. All right, so I'm gonna go in here and we're gonna trigger. We're gonna trigger the battle, and then we're gonna see the damage difference. So we're at about 70s, somewhere around there. So we have our attack up. Wait, I didn't put on Cactus Soul. My mistake. We'll just re-trigger then. Alright, so we're going to run around. We're going to wait for our class passive to wear off. There we are. Ring around the rosy, heart full of rosy. Alright, we should be good. So let's... So now we're in the 50s. Maybe inching up into the 60s. So that's the 10% damage bonus that we are getting each fight. Again, it's just perfect synergy with the spin slash. You just start the fight, you just obliterate them and move on to the next pack. See, now the damage were in the 60s and the 70s. Look at all the crits were thrown out. It's just... Alright, so this will be a good example for the charge attacks and the power attacks. So I'm going to go up and I'm going to do a basic combo, and we're going to see... Alright, so look at the stuff that popped out here. So not too much. Look at that. Okay, 2 of them. So 2 hits, 3. Nothing much, just nothing. Alright, so now we're going to do a charge attack. And armor's broken, and we're going to get those large crystals. So this is why power attacks are, or rather the charger type of play style is pretty good with Duran. Again, I will show that this works. This only works on charge attacks, not power attacks. So, wait, not yet. All right, so here we are. Let's do another one. Well, I got the 10%, but it doesn't matter. It's see the issue. One of the main things that's really frustrating with Duran is that the testing on the dark path is just an absolute nightmare, because you're having this right here. You're going to get another skill on another, when we get our other class, it's going to make it even worse, and then you're going to get one final one. So it's really hard to do testing. So, alright, so we're going to start it, and we'll just do the power attack. Alright, so about 227. Let's put this on. Charger. So, 300. So let's take it off. So here is a regular power attack. About 11. Actually, I don't want to mess with that guy. Alright, so here we are. 206. Alright, now let's put charger on. Again. So, 210. Somewhere around there. So it does not work with normal power attacks. It only works for charge attacks. There's really not much to say here. I guess we could do the attack saber. So let's go ahead and do stone saber. We're gonna get in here. We're gonna buff real quick. We're gonna, so we are 141, 30, 123. So obviously our damage passive has worn off. So we are around, I don't know, somewhere around 30. I wish you'd stop critting. Yeah. Stupid Duran and all his crits. Alright, so let's do the, what am I doing? The attack saber. Alright. Here we are. Look at that, much higher. So that's what attack saber does. So it's technically a buff, as long as they're not going to resist the damage, or you know, absorb it. These effectively are attack buffs, and these do work on class strikes. I suppose I could show this. Let's see. Okay, about 580, 570, somewhere around there. Alright. Let's pop this real quick. Okay. So, 660, 680. Alright, so Duran received a just massive power increase going the dark path. He really didn't get much going the light path, but the dark path is really good. He's only going to get better. The next class coming is just ridiculous. I don't know what they were thinking when they were play testing, or I don't know what they were doing, sitting around the table going, hey, how about we give everything that's absolutely crazy to one character in one class. So alright guys, so I'm gonna cut it here. I'll see you again. Take care now.